Hey guys, what's up? This is Harry Talks Movies and TV, and this is my review for The Last of Us Episode 9. This video will contain spoilers for Episode 9 of The Last of Us, so if you have not seen it, go watch it, come back and watch this video. But so The Last of Us has officially ended. Well, Season 1 has finished, it's come to an end. The finale aired today, I watched it, and no surprise here, I really enjoyed it. It's not my favourite episode. My favourite episode is still probably the last episode, episode 8. But it was great. It was just great, and I'm so sad that the show's over. I'm really going to miss it, and I wonder what has HBO got replacing it on Mondays. Well, for everyone else it's Sundays, but for me it's a Monday. They usually do have a, I'm not sure, maybe Succession. Anyway, I'll have to look into that, but still. I'm really going to miss this show, man. This show was fucking great, and this finale was awesome. And it was so heartbreaking as well, and I'm going to get into it all, but I just want to say I loved this show overall. It's so far the best show of the year, and I know it's only March, but we'll see how we go. Last year the best movie of the year came out in April, so, it's possible for it to still be the best show by the end of the year, but we've got a lot of good stuff coming out this year, so we'll see. But anyway, the show's been great. I have loved it, and Bella Ramsey and Pedro Pascal really became Joel and Ellie for me. Anyway, so talking about the episode, wow, man, what a fucking heartbreaker. This was so sad, and it was so faithful to the game as well. But yeah, I want to start from the beginning. So the episode opens with Ellie's mum, Anna, giving birth to Ellie in a house while being chased by infected, whatever. We learn how Ellie becomes immune because her mother was bitten while she was giving birth to Ellie, and that sort of helped her build up immunity or whatever. But Anna, Ellie's mother, is played by Ashley Johnson, who voiced and did the motion capture for Ellie in the games, and it's so awesome to see her in the show, as well as Troy Baker last episode. Every time she spoke, I just heard Ellie, and it honestly just made me so, not nostalgic. It was like a few months ago that I played the game. But it just, oh man, every time she talked, I just heard Ellie, and I think it's so special that they let her be, that they let her be Ellie's mother. It was so special and so poetic, and that was just amazing. And that scene was amazing, learning that she's the one who gives Ellie her knife. And, something weird, when Marlene sort of seems like, I don't know, she seemed like Anna asked her to kill, Ellie's mother asked her to kill her because she's infected, and she doesn't really seem to have a problem with doing it. She just walks up to her and shoot her in the head while she's crying. I know she says she's her best friend and she is crying, but it's just, I was like, Jesus Christ. But anyway, this episode was so emotional. They had so many of the good scenes from the games. The scene with the giraffe, the scene with the hospital scene. It was so good, and that hospital scene was so fucking heartbreaking. And Joel was very different this episode, I have to say. He was very much like, it didn't necessarily seem like the same Joel we, spent the entire show with. He seems very chipper and, hopeful and optimistic, and it was just a little bit jarring, but I suppose I see, at that point he's happy. They're nearly there. He's built this relationship with Ellie, which is just basically a replacement for his daughter. But it was a little bit jarring just to see him have such a character shift, but I suppose it does make sense. But I was just going to talk about that hospital scene. Oh my god, how fucking sad, man. And I really do. While what Joel did in principle is wrong, because he's sort of like not dooming humanity, but preventing them from making a cure to save humanity. It's like, objectively you could say it's wrong, but it was right for him, and that's why I do side with Joel. Because if I was in his situation, I would do the same thing. I just would, he's been too much has been taken from him, and he just built this relationship with this girl. He can't lose his daughter again, basically. That's just basically what it was. And I really did feel for him. And the way they changed the hospital scene in the show rather than they did in the game. In the game, it's more action-packed and, hardcore. But in the show, it's more emotional. And it was done really well. I liked the change. I know a lot of people didn't, but I definitely liked it. I liked the the slow shots on his boots, and it was like it was like tragic, right? But it was also, it was emotional. So I really did like it. And also that scene in the operating room where he just shoots the guy who we later learn is Abby's dad from the games. He and she will be a big part of season 2. And God, it's just, he says I won't let you take her, and it's so different from the games. He just shoots her in the head. I mean, the games you choose how you kill him or whatever, you still have to kill him, but he just blatantly just shoots him in the head. I won't let you take her. It's just, oh my God, I'm on Joel's side. I'm Team Joel. I'm sorry. I would do the same thing, and just, oh my God, it was so heartbreaking but so good. And we also get a lingering shot of the surgeon on the floor after Joel leaves, and that is a nod to season 2 and Abby and what will happen next season. So I did like that, a nice little Easter egg for the people who play the games. So yeah, and he lies to Ellie just like he does in the games. He tells her that they couldn't find a cure and that there are other people who are like her. And it is basically shot for shot like it is in the game, and I really do appreciate that, because I played the games and I loved the games. Well, I loved the first game, and I respect the second game. You know, I do have like a special place for the second game, but still, it's just, oh God. And that scene in the parking garage where he kills Marlene is just like it is in the game. It just, oh my God, was so heartbreaking. One thing I will say is his line delivery on when he kills Marlene and he says you just come after her, it is much better in the game. I feel like it's just I don't know, in the show it was just, I don't know, there was something off about it. But anyway, regardless, it was still an awesome scene. And you know, but you really can see both sides, and that's what makes the show so special. You know, you can see both sides, and you can choose who to side with. Basically, it's not emotionally manipulative, like forcing you to side with Joel and Ellie. No, you can be like, no, we need a cure for humanity, and this was necessary to what we have to do. You can watch this show and think that, and that's perfectly reasonable. You know, that's why the show is so good. But I do side with Joel. And you know, at the start of the episode, it's also really sad because Ellie's still reeling from what happened, or like still really upset from what happened in episode 8, and you can see that it really has taken a toll on her, and she's never going to be the same, basically. So yeah, that's just a little something I observed, which everybody else did. But also, the last shot of the show is her saying to Joel, swear to me that everything you told me about the Fireflies is true, and he says I swear, and we end with a shot of Ellie saying okay, and then we cut to the credits with the same music it is from the game. It is essentially shot by shot, word for word, exactly what happened in the game, and it's so beautiful. And fuck man, I can't wait for season 2. I cannot wait for season 2, just to see these characters again, just to see their relationship and how it's grown and how they adapt it from the games. I'm so excited for season 2. This show was awesome. The actors do a fantastic job. You know, I was skeptical on both of them from episode 1. I was, you know, I had my skepticisms on both of them, but they definitely proved themselves by the end, and they are fantastic as Joel and Ellie. I cannot wait for season 2. Although I would suggest they do tweak some things from the game of Last of Us Part 2, because then we'd be spending like half the show with another character, which would be frustrating. But anyway, that's it. So excited for season 2. The season 1 was fucking fantastic. I loved it. That's it for this review. That's it for all my Last of Us reviews. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. It will really help me out. Leave a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on the show overall. Are you excited for season 2? Did you like the show? Did you not? Let me know. Turn on post notifications. Go check out all my other Last of Us reviews. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.